Helen loved her morning walks. At 72, it was her daily ritual, a quiet escape into the fresh air, a reminder that her body could still carry her wherever her heart wanted to go. Until one chilly morning, just a few steps from her garden gate, her foot slipped. A sharp twist, a sudden fall, and everything changed. It wasn't weakness. It wasn't bad luck. It was the shoes she had trusted. Soft, cozy, but silently dangerous. Pause for a moment. Have you ever thought about how much you trust your shoes every day? Most people don't, until they have a reason to. Today's video could give you that reason, before it's too late. After 60, everything changes, including your feet. The natural padding under your heels thins. The tendons that kept you agile grow tighter and weaker. The nerves that once warned you of uneven ground can lose sensitivity. And yet, most people after 60 wear shoes as if nothing's changed. They slip into old habits, or worse, into stylish but dangerous footwear, without realizing that their choices are quietly stealing their balance, their strength, and even their independence. Because here's the truth few talk about. The wrong shoes are not just uncomfortable after 60. They are dangerous. They can cause falls, they can strain your joints, they can slowly erode your ability to move freely, to stay active, to stay independent. But the good news is, awareness changes everything. Today, you'll learn about the 8 deadly footwear mistakes that could be putting your golden years at risk, often without you even realizing it. And even better, you'll discover 3 life-changing footwear strategies that can help you stay strong, steady, and confident in every step you take. Because protecting your future starts with protecting your foundation, your feet. Deadly choice number 1. Slippery slopes. Shoes with smooth soles. Joe always considered himself careful. At 68, he avoided icy sidewalks in winter, never rushed downstairs, and watched where he walked. But one rainy afternoon, walking through the grocery store, his foot slid out from under him. The floor wasn't particularly wet. His legs weren't particularly weak. It was his shoes, sneakers with worn, smooth soles, that betrayed him. As Joe sat in the ER with a fractured wrist, he kept replaying it in his mind. I didn't even run. I didn't even slip that badly. It just happened. That's the danger of smooth soles after 60. They don't forgive even the smallest mistakes. Why smooth soles are dangerous after 60? When you're younger, your reflexes are faster. If your foot slips slightly, your body automatically compensates. A tiny twist here, a quick balance adjustment there. But after 60, reaction time slows down. Muscles weaken, balance diminishes. Even a small skid can turn into a full-blown fall, with consequences ranging from bruises to broken hips. And smooth-soled shoes, often loved for their comfort or style, strip away your first line of defense against slips. They are silent traitors. Mini self-test. Right now, grab one pair of your everyday shoes, turn them over. Run your hand across the sole. Ask yourself, is it completely smooth? Are there areas worn flat, especially at the ball or heel? Does it slide easily when you press it against the floor? If you answered yes to any of these, it's time for a change. Deadly choice number 2. Cozy traps. Slippers without heel support. Ruth loved her cozy slippers. Soft, easy to slide into, perfect for chilly mornings around the house. She wore them everywhere indoors. To the kitchen, to the porch, even down the driveway to get the mail. But cozy doesn't mean safe. One morning, rushing to answer the phone, Ruth caught the edge of her slipper on the carpet. She stumbled forward, arms flailing, landing hard on her knee. No broken bones, this time, but her confidence was shattered. Suddenly, every step inside her own home felt like a gamble. Why backless slippers are a hidden danger. Without a secure heel counter, your foot has to constantly grip to stay inside the slipper. This strains your muscles and tendons. It destabilizes your gait, especially when turning quickly or walking on uneven surfaces. Inside your own home, the place you should feel safest, your footwear could be setting you up for a fall. Mini self-test. Look at your house slippers. Ask yourself, do they have a firm, closed heel that holds your foot in place? Is the sole textured and non-slip? Are they sturdy enough to handle an emergency stop or sudden turn? If not, it's time to find a pair that does, because safety shouldn't end at your front door. Pause for a moment. Think about the shoes you wore today. Were they truly helping you stay steady, or were they silently increasing your risks? Small choices become silent consequences over time. Protecting your golden years begins with something as simple and as vital as what you put on your feet. If you've ever slipped, stumbled, or felt unsafe in your shoes, type #SteadySteps in the comments. Let's create a community of awareness and support. Deeper truth. The ground beneath us is the same, but after 60, our margin for error shrinks. Choosing the right footwear isn't vanity or luxury. It's choosing life, freedom, and dignity, one step at a time. Deadly choice number 3. High hopes. High heels after 60. Margaret had always loved her elegant shoes. Low-cut dresses, matching accessories, and a pair of slender, stylish heels, they made her feel youthful, powerful, and seen. At 65, she still wore them to family gatherings, Sunday services, and special dinners. "They make me feel like me," she'd say with a bright smile. But behind that smile was a growing struggle. Slight instability when stepping off curbs, pain that lingered hours after walking, a quiet fear of falling that she didn't dare voice aloud. Then, one afternoon, leaving her granddaughter's recital, Margaret twisted her ankle stepping off a shallow stair. What should have been a joyful evening ended in crutches, and a heavy lesson learned too late: why high heels become deadly after 60. High heels, even modest ones, shift your body's center of gravity forward. This forces your knees, hips, and lower back to compensate unnaturally. After 60, your joints are less forgiving, your balance is more fragile, your risk of a fall skyrockets. Heels also squeeze toes together, increasing the chance of bunions, hammer toes, and nerve pain. All enemies of mobility, and the harsh truth? No style is worth trading your independence for. Mini self-test. Look at your dress shoes. Ask yourself, do they elevate your heel more than 1 inch? Do you feel less stable when walking quickly or on uneven ground? Do your toes feel pinched or squeezed together? If you answered yes, it's time to reconsider. Elegance doesn't have to mean danger. Deadly choice number 4. False freedom. Thin, flimsy flip-flops. Carlos lived by the beach. Even at 70, he loved the sound of the waves, the smell of salt in the air, the feeling of freedom that came with every barefoot step on the sand. So when summer rolled around, Carlos naturally reached for his trusted flip-flops. Thin, easy, breezy, he wore them everywhere. Grocery store runs, quick errands, walks with friends along the boardwalk. But over time he noticed aching heels at night, sore knees after standing too long, a growing feeling of instability on uneven ground, and one misstep on a cracked sidewalk, one twist of his ankle in those paper-thin flip-flops sent him tumbling down hard. The freedom he cherished nearly cost him his ability to walk. Why flimsy flip-flops are dangerous. Thin flip-flops offer no arch support, no heel stability, no shock absorption. Every step you take in them sends unnecessary strain up through your feet, knees, hips, and back. And because they flop loosely against your foot, they increase the chance of tripping or stumbling, especially on uneven surfaces. Mini self-test. Hold your flip-flops or any similar sandals in your hands. Ask yourself, can you easily fold them in half with one hand? Do they offer no visible arch or heel support? Does your foot slide around when you walk? If so, they're not protecting you. They're betraying you. Freedom shouldn't come at the cost of safety. Pause for a moment. Think about the shoes you wear when you want to feel free. Are they giving you real freedom? The freedom to walk, to live independently? Or are they a silent setup for future pain? If you've ever thought comfort meant sacrificing safety, type #RealFreedom in the comments. Let's redefine what true freedom looks like after 60. Deeper truth. True elegance is the grace with which you move through life, not the height of your heels. True freedom is the ability to walk without fear, not the flimsiness of your footwear. Honor your journey. Choose wisely. Deadly choice number 5, the worn-out trap. Old sneakers that betray you. Frank loved his old sneakers. They had molded perfectly to his feet over the years, soft and familiar like an old friend. No squeaks, no blisters, no stiffness. It didn't matter that the soles were worn flat. It didn't matter that the sides had frayed. They were comfortable. And that was all that mattered until it wasn't. One afternoon, crossing the parking lot to visit his daughter, Frank's foot twisted on an invisible dip in the pavement. Down he went, fast and hard, because the thin, worn sole gave him no grip, no shock absorption, and no second chances. Comfort became betrayal. Why worn-out sneakers are dangerous after 60. Even the best shoes degrade over time. With every mile walked, their structural support, especially in the sole and midsole, wears away. After 60, your body relies even more on good cushioning and stability. A worn-out sole can lead to chronic joint pain, faster fatigue, and higher fall risk. Invisible unevenness on a worn sole can throw off your balance without warning. Old shoes feel good because they're broken in, but they're also broken down. Mini self-test. Pick up your everyday walking shoes. Ask yourself, are the soles smooth or thin in certain areas? Does the shoe twist easily if you try to bend it side to side? Do your feet feel more tired after wearing them compared to when they were new? If yes, it's time to retire your old friends for your own safety, because sentimentality should never come at the cost of strength. Deadly choice number 6, the squeeze, tight or narrow shoes. Carol always prided herself on her neat, polished appearance. Even after 65, she squeezed into slim, stylish loafers because she loved the look. Sharp, tidy, youthful, she tolerated the pressure on her toes. She ignored the aching arches and the dull burning in the balls of her feet. "Beauty is pain," she would joke. But after months of daily compression, Carol developed bunions so severe that simple walking became painful. Even standing for more than a few minutes turned into a battle. What started as a harmless fashion choice ended in mobility loss and regret. Why tight shoes become deadly. As you age, your feet naturally flatten and widen. Nerve sensitivity may decrease, meaning you don't notice early warning pains. Joints and soft tissues become more fragile, increasing injury risk. Tight shoes squeeze bones out of alignment, inflame nerves, and encourage conditions like bunions, hammer toes, and metatarsalgia, all of which quietly destroy stability. And worst of all, the damage can become permanent if not addressed early. Mini self-test. Take your shoes off. Stand naturally. Then look at your feet and your shoes side by side. Ask yourself, are your shoes visibly narrower than your bare feet? Do your toes feel compressed or overlap when standing inside the shoes? Have you developed calluses, corns, or bunions over time? If yes, your shoes are slowly stealing your freedom. Pause for a moment. When you get dressed in the morning, do you choose shoes based on how they make you look or how they help you live? Your future doesn't depend on appearances. It depends on strength, balance, and mobility. If you're ready to choose strength over style, type #WalkStrong in the comments. Let's celebrate real freedom, not just fashionable illusions. Deeper truth. Shoes are not just accessories. They are foundations. And after 60, a weak foundation can quietly bring down the whole structure. Choose wisely. Stand tall. Deadly choice number 7. The barefoot risk. Walking without protection indoors. Elaine loved feeling the cool tiles under her feet. It reminded her of summers at her grandmother's house. Barefoot, carefree, alive. At 73, she kept that habit. Why bother with shoes indoors? Her home was clean, familiar, safe. Or so she thought. Until one evening, while carrying laundry across the kitchen, she misstepped on a slick patch of tile. Her foot slid out from under her, unprotected and vulnerable. The result? A fractured hip and months of painful rehabilitation. Why walking barefoot becomes dangerous after 60. As we age, the natural padding under our feet thins, making bones more vulnerable. Nerve endings become less sensitive, reducing our ability to detect hazards. Bones themselves become more brittle, increasing fracture risk. Without proper footwear, a slip becomes far more likely. A stubbed toe can become a broken foot. A fall at home, where you feel safest, can change your life in seconds. Mini self-test. Take a walk through your home. Ask yourself, are there slick floors, tile, wood, without traction? Do you often walk barefoot, thinking it's safer or more comfortable? Have you ever stubbed, slipped, or stumbled indoors? If yes, your home is not as safe as you think. Protect your feet, even at home. Comfortable, secure house shoes with good soles can save your independence. Deadly choice number 8. One size fits none, relying on just one pair for everything. Paul was practical. He didn't see the need for special shoes for every activity. One solid pair of sneakers. That's all he needed for walks, errands, gardening, and even occasional hikes. But what he didn't realize was that no single shoe can protect you everywhere. After months of wearing the same worn-out sneakers everywhere, Paul developed severe knee pain, caused by poor shock absorption and misalignment. What started as convenience ended as chronic injury. Why one pair of shoes isn't enough after 60. Different activities stress your feet differently. Long walks require cushioning and support. Light yard work needs sturdiness and stability. Indoor movement needs non-slip soles and secure fit. Wearing the wrong shoe for the wrong activity increases wear and tear on your joints, reduces balance and shock protection, sets you up for injuries you could easily prevent. Mini self-test. Look at your current shoes. Ask yourself, do you wear the same pair for everything? Are they designed for your most common activities? Do they show signs of wear, flat soles, thin padding? If yes, it's time to build a smarter shoe strategy. Pause for a moment. Think about how many hours a day you spend trusting your shoes to carry you safely. Are they really designed to serve you? Or are you serving them by tolerating pain, instability, and risk? If you're ready to step into a safer future, type #StepSmart in the comments. Your body and your future self will thank you. Deeper truth. Freedom is not just the ability to walk. It's the ability to walk with confidence, stability, and dignity every single day. And that freedom starts with the right foundation beneath your feet. Transition to solutions. Now that we've uncovered the 8 deadly footwear mistakes silently stealing your golden years, it's time to shift from fear to empowerment. Because the right steps, quite literally, can transform not just your walk, but your life. In the next part, you'll discover 3 life-changing footwear solutions every senior should know, and simple ways to implement them starting today. Let's rebuild your strength, step by step. Life-changing solution number 1. Get professionally fitted. Your feet have changed. When Linda turned 65, she decided to treat herself to a new pair of shoes. She went to her usual store, picked her usual size, and walked out happy, or so she thought. Within weeks, she noticed growing pain in her knees and hips. Her balance felt off. The shoes fit, technically, but something was wrong. A visit to a professional shoe fitter revealed the truth. Linda's feet had changed. They had widened. Her arches had flattened, and her usual size no longer truly supported her. Why professional fitting matters after 60. After 60. Feet naturally spread and flatten. Arches can weaken. One foot may become slightly larger than the other. Buying the same size as you wore at 40 ignores decades of changes. Professional fitting checks. True length and width. Arch support needs. Pressure points and gait patterns. It's not about vanity. It's about survival. Mini self-check. Ask yourself, when was the last time you had your feet measured? Do you often break in new shoes because they feel tight? Have you noticed new calluses, bunions, or foot pain? If yes, a professional fitting could transform your stability and comfort. Life-changing solution number 2, build a 3-pair system. George used to wear 1 pair of shoes for everything. Until, after a serious ankle sprain, his physical therapist taught him a simple but powerful strategy. Have 3 specialized pairs. The 3-pair system. Checkmark supportive walking shoes for long outings, errands, exercise. Features: good cushioning, wide base, sturdy heel. Checkmark sturdy indoor shoes. For wearing at home, no more barefoot walking. Features: firm grip, closed heel, comfortable fit. Checkmark task-specific shoes for gardening, hiking, or specialized activities. Features: extra durability, weather-appropriate design. This way, your feet get the right support for every kind of movement, reducing cumulative strain. Mini self-check. Think about your shoes. Ask yourself, do you have specific shoes for indoor versus outdoor versus special tasks? Or are you forcing 1 pair to do everything? Investing in a small shoe wardrobe is investing in your freedom. Life-changing solution number 3. Use orthopedic insoles or custom inserts. Helen's new shoes were comfortable at first, but months later she noticed her feet ached after just a short walk. She thought it was normal aging. Her podiatrist thought otherwise. A simple pressure scan showed that her arches needed more support than any off-the-shelf shoe could provide. Custom insoles changed everything. Within weeks, her foot pain diminished, her balance improved, her energy came back. Why inserts can be a game changer. Insoles help redistribute pressure across your foot, support arches weakened by age, improve alignment of knees, hips, and spine, reduce fatigue and pain with daily walking. Even a basic insole upgrade can make an ordinary shoe extraordinary. Mini self-check. When standing barefoot, do your arches collapse noticeably inward? Do your ankles lean or wobble? Do you feel uneven pressure across your feet? If yes, orthotics could be your hidden superpower. Pause for a moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow, stepping into your shoes, and feeling strength, security, and confidence with every step. Not fear, not fatigue, not hesitation. That future is not a dream. It starts with the choices you make today. If you're ready to reclaim your golden years, one smart step at a time, type #StrongerSteps in the comments. Let's inspire each other to walk taller, longer, freer, deeper truth. Life doesn't slow down after 60. It demands smarter foundations. And it's not the body that fails first. It's the choices we make about how we support it. Choose wisely. Choose freedom. Now that you know the hidden dangers and powerful solutions, it's time to step into the life you deserve. Strong, steady, and unstoppable. Let's finish with a message of hope and a vision for the future. Your feet, your freedom. Imagine your feet as the roots of a mighty tree. If they are strong and steady, the whole tree stands tall, weathers storms, and flourishes with life. But if the roots are neglected, weakened, damaged, unstable, even the tallest tree will eventually fall. After 60, your feet become more than just a way to move. They are the foundation of your independence, your adventures, your ability to live life on your terms. Every shoe you wear, every step you take, is either preserving that freedom or quietly chipping it away. What you've learned today. Today you've seen the hidden dangers that so many seniors overlook. Shoes with smooth soles, cozy but deadly backless slippers, high heels that sabotage balance, flimsy flip-flops offering no protection, worn-out sneakers hiding serious risks, tight shoes slowly deforming your feet, walking barefoot where slips await, trusting just 1 pair of shoes for every part of life. But you've also discovered the solutions. Getting properly fitted for shoes that match who you are now, not who you were 20 years ago. Building a simple but powerful system of specialized footwear. Using insoles that turn ordinary steps into powerful strides. The danger is real, but the power is yours. The bigger truth. You don't have to accept weakness as inevitable. You don't have to live in fear of falling or fading away. Every day after 60 can still be strong, adventurous, joyful, if you protect the small things that carry you forward. And it starts with your feet, because when you walk strong, you live strong. Imagine this future. Picture yourself years from now, still exploring parks and gardens with ease, still playing with your grandchildren, laughing as you chase them across the yard, still dancing, still hiking, still standing proudly in the life you've built. It's not too late to protect that future. It's never too late to make stronger choices. For your body, for your spirit, for your life. Pause for a moment. Look down at your feet. Think about all the places they've carried you, through joy, through sorrow, through the beautiful, ordinary days. They have served you faithfully for decades. Isn't it time to serve them back? Step into your golden years not with fear, but with wisdom, strength, and grace. Because you deserve to walk freely, live fully, and stay strong. Every step of the way. Call to action. If today's message inspired you to rethink how you care for your strength and freedom, type #WalkIntoFreedom in the comments below and share your journey. And if you want more insights like this, more real, practical, life-changing advice for living better after 60, subscribe to Herb Longevity Talk Speech Balloon. Together, we'll make every step stronger, every year richer, and every dream within reach.